And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome you to the Talladega Super Speedway for today's Geico 500 chase race number 6 of the 2014 NASCAR Spring Up Series and race number 31 or 32. Yeah, I believe it's race number 32 of the year. And yes, we see some different jobbers starting up front. We all know how the draft is a big equalizer here at Talladega. We have guys up front that we don't normally see. On the pole is rookie Justin Allgaier in the Brent Chevrolet for H. Scott Motorsports. He'll be starting next to former Talladega pole center, the 38 of David Gilliland. Road to our highest chase contender, Denny Hamlin, 11th in points. He needs some good luck if Denny is going to stay in the chase for the championship after this round. Alongside is another rookie, Kyle Larson in the 42. Row 3, 78, Martin Truex Jr. and another rookie, Austin Dillon. Row 4, chase contender Brad Keselowski in the 2. And alongside winner here last year, David Reagan. Rounding out the top 10 on row 5, the 22, Joey Logano in the 7, rookie Mike Lynette. We have 5 rookies inside the top 12, the other one being Cole Witt in the 26. And we have some different jobbers in this race. Some guys making their final starts of the year. The 66, Michael Waldrop, making his final start of the year in the Blue Death Toyota. Also making their final starts of the year being the 29, James Busher, his second career start in his 29 car. Also making their final starts, the 33, I believe this is his final start, Ryan Scott. And the 23, Alex Bowman, making his final start of the year, along with the 21 of Trevor Baynes. So some guys going out on a limb and see if they can get a good finish in the final start of the 2014 season. Up front, though, guy who was on the pole. Right now, Clint Bowyer is your points leader, but no jobbers are safe. Clint Bowyer, your points leader, can fall out of the top 8 in points after this race. He has the best shot, though, to advance to round 3. Logano is second in points. Matt Kenseth and Jamie McMurray are tied for third. Ryan Newman is fifth. Keselowski, Gordon, and Harvick. Right now, the bottom 4 is Dale Earnhardt Jr., AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, and Greg Biffle. Right now, the slimmest chance right now is for Biffle in the 16. Enough of me talking though. Let's take you down track side so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Will we see a surprise winner in victory lane? We already have a surprise pole sitter on the grid. Now we're going to take you to your starting grid for today's Geico 500. Okay, we are back. Going green this time by, and you saw on the starting grid, some of our chase contenders are starting in the back. Jamie McMurray, 40th. Matt Kenseth, 39th. Clint Bowyer, 38th. Got Kurt Busch back here. Michael Waldrop, AJ Allmendinger starting back here in the 47, the 99, the 5, the 55. A lot of good cars starting back here in the back. 22 laps for racing. Our final super speedway race of the year. Kurt Busch won the Daytona 500. Kevin Harvick won the July race at Daytona. And Denny Hamlin, this is the track that got him into the chase. His win at Talladega in the spring by defeating the 2 of Brad Keselowski. Just 22 laps remaining already. Justin Allgaier, David Gilliland, your front row. The fans are already on their feet, getting ready for some 3, 4, maybe 5 wide racing and a fantastic photo finish. And the rookie Allgaier, the veteran David Gilliland, will lead the field down to the green flag and get the race here at Talladega under the green flag. And the 42 of Kyle Larson is not wasting no time. He's going to the outside of David Gilliland for second place already. Gilliland stays right on the bottom lane, getting a little push from the 11 of Denny Hamlin to stay out in front of the 42 of Larson. But Hamlin will be put in the middle as the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. to the inside, trying to get the spot away from Denny as Denny shuts the door in the 78. Now he moves to the inside of the 38 of David Gilliland for second place. And I do not believe Justin Allgaier has led a lap in the whole season. Up front right now in the 51. It's already been a big weekend for the 51 team. They are now locked into the Bud Shootout next year. And they race to the line. The lead lap number 1, the 51 versus the 11, is going to be the 11 just by a nose over the 51 to lead lap number 1. Now Keselowski in the 2 car. And that was big for the 11 car because now he has a bonus point for leading a lap. See Allgaier, Gilliland, and Johnson stuck on the outside with no help. Now Kyle Busch in the 18, the spring winner here in 2008. Kevin Harvick, the spring winner here in 2010. Now he'll get a push from the 16 of Greg Biffle. Question is, where do you want to be on the track? Do you want to be in the back? Do you want to be in the front? On the inside? On the outside? See some guys fall into the back. I see the 29 of James Busher, the 23 of Alex Bowman. Matt Kenseth has not made no time. He's in 40th right now. And McMurray, caution is out, crash in the back. And it's involving Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Bobby Labonte, Michael Annett. Ryan Truex is involved, David Reagan, Michael Waldrop. I don't believe no chase contenders were involved. Up front is Kevin Harvick with rookies Cole Witt, Ryan Blaney, and Brian Scott up here in the mix. And there's last week's winner at Charlotte, Marcus Ambrose in the 9. Now Scott to the inside of Blaney for third place. And leading us back down in the line will be the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Right now 8th in points. Right now Harvick would be locked into round number 3. As of right now, Cole Witt 2nd. Brian Scott behind the crash. Oh no, Denny Hamlin, Greg Biffle, and Keselowski. Oh god, this is not going to end well. Boyer, Hamlin, they're all piling in. Newman, Gordon, Trevor Bayne, they wrecked under caution. A lot of damage on AJ Allmendinger, Greg Biffle. 12th in points, and it appears as of right now Greg Biffle is not going to be advancing to round 3 in the 2014 Chase for the Sprint Cup because of all that damage. He is going behind the wall. There's Bobby Labonte on pit road, Michael Annett, Ryan Truex, Jimmy Johnson, David Reagan, Biffle. As you see the damage on Sorensen, Waldrop, Kenseth, Ryan Newman. A lot of front end damage on 31 of Newman. Question is, will he be able to continue, and how far will he fall into points? Denny Hamlin got some good chunk of damage. So did AJ Allmendinger. Austin Dillon, a lot of damage. Some guys are staying out. Some guys are coming down pit road. Ryan Scott will be a leader when we go back green. But let's take a look at why we are under the yellow flag. First, involving the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Alright. We're following along with the, I think it's right there, the 34, David Reagan gets turned by Tony Stewart, turns him down into the 66 of Michael Waldrop, and nowhere to go for Michael Annett and Jimmy Johnson. 4 cars in the outside wall right there. Let's see, Gilliland getting by Larson and Bayne. They also sneak by. Johnson gets rear-ended by Bobby Labonte. Ryan Truex nowhere to go. Matt Kenseth got a little piece of damage there, but shouldn't really be nothing bad about that. So that's what brought out the caution. That is the initial caution right there. But the worst happens under caution and involving a lot of our chase contenders. I believe somewhere with McMurray or Dillon. See, there's Dillon, Hamlin, and Biffle. Oh man, right there, they're just gonna hook together, and a big hit for the two of Keselowski. Not sure if he'll be able to continue. I think he should be able to continue, but you never know. Biffle right there gets hit by Trevor Bayne. There's Gordon, Allmendinger, Boyer, Newman, Landon Castle, Alex Bowman. Now Keselowski is continuing, so is the 47 of AJ Allmendinger. The 31 of Ryan Newman is out of the race. The 16 of Greg Biffle is out, so we know Biffle is not going to win or not going to advance. Out of the race, we can tell you, are Bobby Labonte, Michael Annett, David Reagan, Alex Bowman, Ryan Newman, Trevor Bayne, and Greg Biffle. That leaves us 35 cars on track to go green. Brian Scott, Jeff Gordon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cole Witt, and Kevin Harvick, your top 5. And Ryan Blaney, Marcus Ambrose, Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers, and Carl Edwards, your top 10. Olsen and Justin Allgaier, Jamie McMurray, Dale Jr., Eric Almirola, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Paul Menard, Casey Mears, Kyle Larson, and Kurt Busch, your top 20. I lost track of where I am. There's Dillon, Denny Hamlin is on pit road. There's Waldrop, Johnson. So right now, let's see. Biffle is out, so we know Biffle's not going to advance. So really 3 guys are going to be still got to get bumped out, unfortunately. It's kind of hard right now to tell who's in the best seat and who's out. You don't have none of that automatic scoring like real NASCAR does. We also can tell you now that the 40 of Landon Castle has took his Hillman Racing number 40 car out of the race to the garage with a header issue. And it was a ignition on the 16 and a header on the 21. Right now, Denny Hamlin and Jeff Gordon's coming down pit road. Denny Hamlin would not be advancing to round 3 as of right now. AJ Allmendinger would not be advancing right now in the 47. Keselowski and probably be Jeff Gordon right now in the 24. So Gordon needs to pick up some spots because Harvick and Earnhardt's 12th, and Harvick is currently in 4th. So there's Jeff Gordon coming on the track, going green with, how about some of these guys? The top 3 have never been to victory lane. The 4 of the top 5 have never been to victory lane. And Brian Scott, who's off pace, now looks like he's coming down pit road. Brian Scott, Ricky Stenhouse, Cole Witt, and Ryan Blaney are leaders, and Scott is coming down pit road. What is wrong with our leader, Brian Scott? Comes down pit road with a pace car. That will now hand the lead over to the 17, last year's Rookie of the Year, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Nationwide Insurance Ford. Then we got Cole Witt in the 26, Toyota for BK Racing, and Kevin Harvick in the 4 for Stuart Haas. I'm at the grand lap 8 of 22. Stenhouse gets us back underway. Cole Witt got a pretty good jump though. Jumped to the outside. Harvick did not go with him. He stays on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to get some help from the Knight of Ambrose. Blaney up top with behind Cole Witt. Now Vickers to the inside of Kyle Busch. Blaney crosses to the bottom to pick up Vickers. Witt has Kyle Busch behind him. And here comes the 4 Harvick to the inside. Trying to go back-to-back races on the super speedways. And you got Marcus Ambrose trying to go back-to-back from Charlotte to Talladega. Now Brian Vickers to the inside of Ryan Blaney for 4th place. Vickers finished 2nd at Kansas a couple of races ago. And there's Brian Scott back on track. 34th place for the 33 car. And Jeff Gordon's not picking up no time. He's wasting time right now. He is 33rd. He would not be advancing right now. He needs. Let's see, where's Denny is 28th and AJ's 26th. That's not going to get it done for them to bypass the 24. Right now, Junior, and he needs Junior and Harvick, one of them, to have issues. Now Vickers to the inside of Marcus Ambrose with second place. Edwards and Allman, Stenhouse, Earnhardt Jr., Blaney. And they're crashing in turn 3. Watch out, everybody. Keselowski piles in. Menard is piling in. Stewart. And they're still wrecking. Kenseth. And there's Gordon involved. Even though he's far back. Ooh, man, Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon, Matt Kenseth. There's AJ Allmendinger in the 47. Denny Hamlin. Casey Kane. Matt Kenseth, Paul Menard, James Buescher, Ryan Blaney. It's a lot of good cars right here. David Gillen, your outside pole center. The leader at the line was the 55 of, no, it was the 4 of Kevin Harvick. And Jamie McMurray, top 15 finishes in all 5 chase races so far this year. Talladega, the wild card. But McMurray should be good though to advance to round 3. And looks like the contact will be made with the 2 Ford teammates of Edwards and Stenhouse. They get together right there. Ryan Blaney nowhere to go. He turns Dale Jr. up the track. Not going to be. Watch Ryan Blaney be the most hated driver in NASCAR after this race. Casey Kane runs into McMurray. We're going to stay right here. This Buescher, he makes contact with Menard. We're just going to stay back here though. Keselowski runs into Menard. Gilliland runs into Ryan Blaney. Look at these cars upside down. Blaney, Gilliland, James Buescher, Hamlin, Kenseth. There's Gordon piling in. Dillon. Clint Bowyer, your points leader in the 15 car. Right there, ran right into the one of McMurray. His day is done. Jeff Gordon will finish 34th in this race. Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski, and they're still changing. Gordon, Austin Dillon, Kenseth, Hamlin, Stewart, Gilliland, Keselowski, the 29 of James Buescher, 15 to Clint Bowyer, the 5, the 27, the 22, the 1, and the 12. So right now we can tell you that Greg Biffle is out, Denny Hamlin is out. Right now it's looking good right now for the 47 of AJ Allmendinger to make the chase right now in the 47. There's Carl Edwards coming back on the track. Stenhouse is on pit road, and there's some guys still, I don't know what they're trying to do back here. We do know this, Ryan Vickers is your leader, and we are now past the halfway point in this race. Now he had to come down pit road. I don't know why these drivers are doing this for. Should have kept pit stops off. Right now your leader is now Kevin Harvick. He is back out in front. Marcus Ambrose second, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Brian Scott, Ryan Truex, AJ Allmendinger, Michael Waldrop, Martin Truex, and Jimmy Johnson. Carl Edwards, Brian Vickers, Eric Almirola, Justin Allgaier, Reed Sorensen, Dale Jr., Cole Witt, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Larson, and Casey Mears. So we know Biffle and Hamlin will be 2 of the drivers not advancing to round number 3. Still have the other 2 spots. Harvick would be in. Let's see. Maybe Keselowski might be on the bubble. He will finish 28th. Newman. So Keselowski will be in because he'll be able to get around Newman. He'll stay in front of Gordon. Wow, this is really. Wow. Coming back down there to the green flag. Kevin Harvick, Marcus Ambrose, and Kyle Busch, your top 3. Kurt Busch and Brian Scott, your top 5. Now watch the 47 and the 83. I don't believe they are up to speed, especially the 47 of Allmendinger and the 66 of Waldrop. And right when I say that, the 47 is faster than the 83 of Truex, as he'll be holding up the inside lane. She'll have Edwards and Vickers. Now Edwards is able to get to the inside. There's Vickers on the bottom. Truex is in the middle. Kevin Harvick out in front of Marcus Ambrose, Kurt Busch, Brian Scott now moving to the inside of Kyle Busch for 4th place. There's Waljup, Truex Jr. trying to get around Waljup. Edwards is there on the bottom. And Brian Vickers is pushing him. Now Waljup is going to block the inside line, which has his teammate Brian Vickers. And there's Allmendinger falling back on the outside. Remember, Allmendinger's got to finish as far up as possible. Now he'll fall to the 18th spot. And there goes the 17 of Stenhouse Jr. catching the 47 of Allmendinger. There's Ryan Truex. They are losing the pack. Out in front now, the 9 of Marcus Ambrose, the 41 of Kurt Busch, the 4 of Kevin Harvick, and the 33 of Brian Scott. Now Scott moves to the inside of Harvick. A career run right now for Brian Scott, who rumors are having it that he might move up to this team full-time in 2015. Now Harvick loses a spot to the 33. Harvick is the only chase contender up here. Second would be the 88 of Dale Jr. Third is AJ Allmendinger. Only 3 chase contenders are remaining on track. And see Brian Vickers trying to catch the guys up in front as a few guys are driving away. Ryan Scott and Kevin Harvick's on pit road. Man, they're just going to take themselves out of a chance to win the race if they keep on making pit stops. So now the leader will be Ambrose and Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Ryan Vickers, and another great run going for the 36th team of Reed Sorensen. Look how these guys are catching Vickers in the 55. So there's Truex, Harvick, Scott coming off pit road. That is good for Allmendinger right now. And now Ambrose will come down pit road with Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch. And the lead over to the 55 of Brian Vickers. Now Larson to the inside on Mears with 2nd place. Now Kyle Larson's never been in victory lane. How about the guy behind these 3? Justin Allgaier, pole center. Cole Witt, Rookie of the Year contender. Eric Almirola, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who was in that one crash, along with the 88 of Dale Jr. Reed Sorensen looking for his 3rd top 10 of 2014. Ambrose and Kurt Busch coming off pit road side by side. Ryan Scott is up. He is in front of Kevin Harvick. So Ambrose will come out in front of Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, and Carl Edwards, your top 5. There's Allmendinger coming off pit road. If these guys if these guys would quit making pit stops right now, that would really hurt the 47 because Allmendinger needs as much spots as possible. Now the lead is handed over to the 13 of Casey Mears. Ryan Truex and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. are 1 lap down. So right now, leader right now would be the 9 of Marcus Ambrose. 5 to go at Talladega. Waiting for this stuff to get a little organized. Allgaier stuck on pit road. There he finally goes. There's our leader Ambrose. How far will he get by Vickers and Larson and Mears? He goes by Larson and Vickers. And now the 13 of Casey Mears stays on track. How much fuel does he have in that Geico Chevrolet? Here's your leader, Casey Mears. He has had some great runs when it comes to super speedway racing for Germain Racing. They came together in 2011 and has been together ever since. He has a 35-second lead on Brian Vickers last time by, and here comes Mears coming down pit lane for the final time today. Gotta make sure he does not speed. And here is a battle for the lead. It should be for the lead. Kurt Busch and Marcus Ambrose. Side by side. And then there's Harvick and Kyle Busch and Brian Scott. Then the Vickers and Larson tandem trying to make some time. Almirola and Cole Whitt your top 10. Watch the speech between Ryan Truex and AJ Allmendinger. Truex is quicker than Allmendinger. And here, look at the pack. Harvick has caught his teammate Kurt Busch. Kyle Busch has caught his brother Kurt Busch. And Brian Scott trying to push Kyle Busch out of the way or trying to push him up into the 4. Harvick 3 to go at Talladega. 5 guys can win the race. And there's Casey Mears going to come out with no help. Probably fall behind, probably fall near where Almirola is running. Or maybe possibly where Larson and Vickers are. Kyle Busch has never won a year without winning a race. This is his best shot to win a race. Here comes Kyle Busch to the inside. Where is Brian Scott gonna go? Scott stays on the outside with Harvick. Ambrose fighting back on the bottom. Kurt Busch trying to stay in the pack. There goes Larson and Vickers by Mears. Five guys out in this lead pack. The second pack is being led by Brian Vickers, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola. Look at this, 3 wide, Ambrose out in front. Kurt Busch trying to get pushed by Brian Scott. They come out of turn number 4. They should not catch the 83 Ryan Truex. Coming down, can Ambrose go back to back in 2014? Only one driver has been able to do that. That was Matt Kenseth earlier in the year. Kurt Busch the second. White flag is out at Talladega. Can Kurt Busch chase down the 9 of Ambrose? He needs Scott to not make a move on the 41 and try to help the 41. They're gaining time on the 9. Coming off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Scott makes the move to the inside. That's going to allow the 9 of Ambrose to stay out in front of the 41. Kurt Busch got to make the move to the bottom. Here comes Harvick to the outside. Kurt's not going to make a move yet. What about the tri-oval? That's the best place to make a move, at least in the past. Kurt Busch pushing Marcus Ambrose. Can Ambrose get a second win of the year? Kurt Busch is going to have to make a move right here. He's not going to try to make a move. He's going to push Australian Devil Marcus Ambrose to his second win of the year. Back-to-back races for Marcus Ambrose. He wins at Talladega after Kurt Busch does not try to win the race. He will come home second in the 41. How about Ambrose getting it done? Kyle Busch will come, actually he'll be 4th, Brian Scott 3rd, Kevin Harvick 5th. Almirola will be 6th. I thought Truex might have came down pit road. Yes, he did. Hold on, let me get some of this. Here are your official results. Marcus Ambrose, Kurt Busch, Brian Scott, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, Kyle Larson, Casey Mears, Brian Vickers, and Martin Truex Jr. Here are top 10. Cole Whitt, Dale Jr., Justin Allgaier, Carl Edwards, Reed Sorensen, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Johnson, AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ryan Truex. Ryan Blaney, Jamie McMurray, Joey Logano, Paul Menard, Casey Kane, Clint Boyer, James Bussard, Brad Keselowski, David Gillen, and Tony Stewart. It's really going to come down to Jeff Gordon and AJ Allmendinger, I believe. So we do know for sure that Greg Biffle and Denny Hamlin are out of the championship battle. This has been the final round of the Challenger round. Now we head into the Eliminator round. But 3 more races at Martinsville, Texas, and Phoenix. 4 races remaining until the champion will finally be crowned. Will it be? Who will it be? It's not going to be Marcus Ambrose. because he is not a chase contender. Neither is Kurt Busch, Brian Scott, or Kyle Busch. Only one chase contender inside the top 10, 3 inside the top 20. So guys, thank you for watching here at Talladega Super Speedway. We'll see you next week at Martinsville for the first round, or the first race of the Challenger round, or the Eliminator round. I don't even know. We'll see you next week at Martinsville.